Hi, my name is Adam Whitmer. I'm the founder and host here at ComplianceCohort.com. This compliance clip is going to talk about negative news and suspicious activity reports. So this is a BSA topic. Now, years ago, I saw a question that said this. It essentially said, look, we have an examiner who is telling us we need to file a suspicious activity report because of negative news that was in our local media, whether it was newspaper or on television. There was negative news about a customer. And over the years, there's not been a lot of guidance to this question where examiners have sometimes pushed for suspicious activity reports in relationship to negative news. Now, in the past, there wasn't guidance, but fortunately, we've seen new guidance. And this is actually something that we cover in our BSA Annual update for spring of 2021. We also will cover this topic in our spring 2021 quarterly compliance update. So this is something new that's came out that I wanted to share with you today. Now, negative news. Fortunately, we have new guidance. It came out on January 19th of 2021, where the joint agencies, some of the regulators, addressed a number of SAR topics in these SAR frequently asked questions. And two of the questions, at least, related to negative news. So I wanted to share these with you. They are categorized, so that's what you see at the top is the category of question. But the question was this. It says, is a financial institution required to file a suspicious activity report based solely on negative news? The answer, of course, that you see here is no. What it really comes down to is this. Negative news should be a red flag indicator for you to do some enhanced due diligence and dig into that customer's account to determine whether or not they have suspicious activity in your organization. So, negative news in and of itself does not require a suspicious activity report. But what it should do is it should trigger enhanced due diligence. Just like a judicial subpoena coming into your organization should trigger enhanced reviews of that customer relationship, their accounts, and their transactions. The same thing should apply to negative news. So it should be a red flag indicator for you to conduct enhanced due diligence to make sure you don't have suspicious activity being conducted through your financial institution. The next question was question 5 of those frequently asked questions, and it said this. It said, if there are multiple negative news alerts based on the same event, is a financial institution expected to independently investigate each of those alerts? So what you may have is a local news outlet releases a story. A week later, another local news outlet picks up on that story. A month later, you have a regional news outlet, and 2 months later, a national news outlet. Well, each time that negative news comes out, you don't have to conduct a new investigation if it's all related to the same negative news. So you don't have to repeat that for news pieces. What you're looking at is the actual potential concern that's in that negative news, and you would research it. Now, of course, negative news could be a big deal. I remember years ago when I was a BSA officer in a regional community bank, I saw in the local news that there was the largest drug bust in the area. And I saw this at night, and I saw cameras of pallet after pallet after pallet of drugs and safe after safe after safe of weapons and cash. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I hope this isn't a customer. So the first thing I did the next morning is I typed in that customer's name, queried it any and every way I could to see if that was a customer at our financial institution. Fortunately, it was not. So I lucked out at that point, not having to worry about it. But had that been, there may have been some suspicious activity that I had missed because that drug lord had actually laundered money through a number of financial institutions. And this is something we actually cover in our BSA bootcamp. That story is covered in there. But fortunately for me, it was not something I had to worry about. So that's what negative news should be. It should be a red flag indicator for you. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is just a very small part of what we cover in our BSA Annual update. And we also cover this in our Spring 2020 quarterly compliance update that will be released at the end of April or early May of 2021. But our BSA Annual update is available in our store. It's current for spring of 2021, covering all information from January 1st of 2020 through March 31st of 2021. And the video program includes quite a bit of things, includes over 4 hours of video instruction. The last year, January 1st of 2020 through March 31st of 2021, just had a ton of things going on in the world of BSA and anti-money laundering. So if you want to make sure that you didn't miss anything, this is a great way to just sit through a checklist to say, we got it. Oh yeah, that's a good refresher. Oh, I better look into this area. And it'll help you make sure you don't miss anything, and it'll help your regulators know that you're staying on top of regulatory changes, because we know the regulators love to see training for BSA officers. So this is something that's available for you. It is a ton of training. We've actually broken it up into 7 different videos to make them a little bit shorter and easier to comprehend. There is a downloadable manual that is available for you that covers everything that you need to know. You can take notes on and reference everything that we've talked about. There's a 100% money back guarantee within the first business days, or within the first 10 days of purchase. Let's call them calendar days for those of you compliance folks who like to differentiate between business and calendar days. But in the first 10 calendar days, there's a 100% money back guarantee. If we don't deliver on the value that we promise, we will return that money to you, no questions asked. And we make sure we deliver on that, because we don't create any marketing videos till the program is actually completed and done. So we know we're going to deliver on it, but it's a low risk way for you to try our programs if you've not tried them before. And our program, of course, comes with one certificate of completion per enrollment. You can see that program. We have a video just like this explaining what's in it in more detail, giving you an overview of everything in there, and the full curriculum is available on the page in our store at compliancecohort.com/store, and look for the topic BSA Annual Update. That's all I have for this compliance clip. I hope that was useful information. If you're new to the compliance cohort and you've stuck around to the end, consider signing up for our free videos if you've not already done that. We have free training videos just like this. We don't always mention programs, but if they're relevant, we like to share things from those programs with you. We have free short training videos, free articles, and other resources available to you through our free basic membership. We also have larger products like our BSA Annual Update and our quarterly compliance updates that's available in our store. For existing members, thanks for sticking to the end. We appreciate you. You're the reason why we do what we do. You're the reason why I do what I do. So thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.